Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm finishing up the bodywork on the passenger side rear quarter panel. But instead of showing you guys endless hours of time lapse of me filling and sanding and filling and sanding, we're gonna go from the unfinished panel that you see here to this. And there we have it, the finished panel. Looks good, doesn't it? Let's take a look, see what we got. Yeah, oh yeah, that looks really good. Nice and ready for paint. Well, ready for primer anyways. I still have to prime it, and then filler primer, and then sand, and then I can put the finished paint on. So, but we're one step closer, and next up I need to clean this garage from the mess I just made. So let's get to cleaning. Alright, well that was quick. Nice and clean. And ready for removing these kick panels. So that's, I need to remove these kick panels here because, as you can see, it overlaps here where I need to tape the paint. I want to take this, so I got to take this off because this is here. I can pull it away at the top, but not at the bottom here. So the best thing to do is just remove it, which is actually not so. And also to remove it, I also need to change out this wiring. I can pull the wire harness through, and then I can change out the wiring for the new wiring. So in order to do that, I need to take this off. So the best bet is just to take that off, which is not so easy. This side actually is a little bit easier than the passenger side, I believe. I just need to take off this cover here, and then I think then I could take this part here off on this side, and this all comes out because I think there's some bolts behind that. I hope that's all there is on this side. There might be some more, but yeah, hopefully that's all it is. I do have the ductwork out from the air conditioning ductwork, so hopefully some of the ductwork, so hopefully that'll help a little bit. One last thing in the way to take this off. And then the driver's side is not so simple. The driver's side requires removal of the parking brake cable underneath the car, so I'm gonna have to get underneath, disconnect the parking brake cable, put some slack on it, then I can take the parking brake assembly off because that's on top of the kick panel, and I gotta access some of the bolts, and then I can remove the kick panel on that side. So that's what I gotta do next, and then I can tape up the door openings and paint. I think that's it. I think that's all I got left to do before I can paint these rear quarter panels and get some primer on them. I'll get working on this, and well, you guys watch and follow along, so enjoy. Alright, so we got both kick panels off. Happy. The one I thought was going to be more complicated to take off, the driver's side, was actually came off a little easier, and I was surprised by that. There was a little more bolts, a little more complicated. Going back together again, I think the driver's side is going to be a little bit harder. I did break part of the parking brake bolt assembly, so I'm going to have to address that. But it's off. It's out of my way. So the right side posed a little bit of an issue I didn't realize was going to happen, but the top screw was kind of blocked by the AC ductwork, and instead of having to remove all that, I did have a right angle screwdriver. It just took a little bit of time to get that screw out using that screwdriver, as you could see in the time lapse that it was painful, but I got that out. And then the panel still wouldn't come off, and I figured out that it was glued in place with butyl rubber. I assumed to seal it to the quarter panel, or to the inner metal structure, so air wouldn't get out. So I didn't fully take it off. It wouldn't fully come out. I don't know, so it was hung up on something. I got it enough out of the way so I can tape off the door, so it's not in my way anymore, and that's fine. I'm just don't know what I'm going to do about putting it back. Hopefully there's enough goop still left in there that it just kind of slides back in place and I have no issues. So crossing fingers on that. Hopefully that works all right. Then I moved on to the trunk area, where I finished scraping off the weather stripping that was around the trunk. I got that out, and a friend of mine helped me do that. He worked on a little bit, as you saw in the time lapses. Someone else helping me, so he assisted me in that. We got that all out, all cleaned up, and we're ready to go. Next up, I just need to go around all the door jambs in the trunk area, the tail panel, make sure there's no spots I missed of rust or paint or any areas I got to sand off, and then I'll tape up all the openings, and we should be ready for some paint. So I'll do that next, and so stay tuned for that, and I'll go over what I do, what needs to be addressed that's left, but I'm pretty sure not much left. I should be able to tape this up and have it in paint this week, so I'm excited. I'll be able to have some get the, at least, well, not full paint, but at least have it in the primer, which will be good. It's just one step more forward. So hey, if you like what you see, hit the like, hit subscribe if you want to follow along and see what's going on. So hey, anyways, have a good one. Talk to you later.